What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Lex Visionary. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Welcome to a new series of, I'm probably going to call this A Fruitful Life. Just a series of me building my brand of Fruitful Nation, showing y'all behind the scenes of literally building it from ground zero. This is ground zero, day one. If you haven't already, make sure you guys check out my other series that I got of me learning Black Letter. I'm just documenting that, just like I'm documenting this journey. Right now I'm going through the logos of my brand, like what I want to do, and I want to talk about brand identity and how that's important. So right now I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit of backstory about my brand of Fruitful Nation. Last year I have gotten closer with God, and I wanted to have something that has, at the end of the day, I could glorify him in it, and really just show my talent, show my what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't call this a Christian brand, but it's a brand that I'm going to always pay homage to God, and a brand that's always going to pay homage to God. One of the things you're going to see a lot is the Bible verse, John 15:5, whether that's on a tag, mainly probably on tags, on appreciation letters, stuff like that, because I want people to be curious enough to wonder what that verse says, what the verse is about. So this is John 15:5, New International Version, and it says, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing." So with me, this is just saying, like, as long as I stay with God, I'm going to be fruitful. Like, I'm going to reap what I sow. I'm going to get what's coming to me, but you still got to, you got to pour into him, just like God pour into you. God wants to meet us where we're at. And if people are interested, I'll go a little bit more about my journey with my faith. And, this year has been a very, trials and tribulations year, because last year I was so close to him. And then this year I just felt like I'm always thinking, I always have God on my mind. But this year, just I've been more just not doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to be full transparent. But I always keep that in mind, like John 15:5. I am the vine, you are the branches. I'm the branch, he's the vine. But for the ones who don't know my brand, of course, A Fruitful Nation, I feel like my purpose in life, if I haven't said it already in these past videos, my purpose in life is to inspire others to create more. I want to inspire creators to go out there, and not even just creative entrepreneurs. I want to inspire people to get up and create something every day. Like, if you're a illustrator and you haven't drawn in 30 days, but you see our garments and you see our clothing and our designs and our messages and our campaigns, I hope that the stories that's told in those designs and those collections inspire you to get up and be like, you know what, let me go create. It ain't just about buying the clothes. It's about really going out and creating and being fruitful. To me, that's being fruitful as a creative. That's really taking advantage of the talents that God has bestowed upon you. So when I say it's a fruitful nation, that's what I mean. A movement of people who are going to get up, get after it, get to it, create no matter what. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff in our design language of this brand is going to be around, mental health within creatives and artists and creative people, the stuff that we go through, the imposter syndrome, the creative block, just doubting ourselves and doubting our art, pouring our pain into art. Like, these are topics that I really want to touch on through, the clothes and stuff, and help people overcome that and be fruitful. You know what I'm saying? Another, how I got the name of Fruitful Nation, it just goes along with the lifestyle I live. Since 2023, I was juicing, and as I was juicing and buying more fresher, organic, raw produce, I started caring more about the food that I was putting in my body. Like, I went, instead of going to the regular grocery store, go and shop Whole Foods if you can, go to the farmers markets if you can, go to the little market, the little farmer down the street, the little dude who's selling watermelons that that he grows fresh out his backyard. I start supporting local farmers and stuff like that. And then it just made me get so deep and involved into the research of organic whole foods, and learning about compost and stuff like that. I felt like my creative process related to so much of how fruits, vegetables, and raw organic produce is made. From the seed, the root, the stem, watering it, pouring into it, and that's how the creative process is. When you have an idea, you have to plant that seed, water it, nurture it, let it grow, and you know what I'm saying, and bear great fruit from your idea. And that's what really tied A Fruitful Nation together, was my faith, my lifestyle, and my creativity, my creative purpose to help people, to just inspire. So it's my purpose, my faith, and my lifestyle, living a healthy lifestyle with juicing and just caring about, it ain't even just about being super healthy. Like, of course, I go and have junk food here and there, but it's about being conscious of what I am putting in my body. Like, if I know I'm going to indulge in something, let's not overindulge it. Let's do this once a month or whatever, once every 2 months, whatever, you know, you feel good about. And that's really how everything tied in with me making this brand. I wanted to make a brand that literally is me, that is me. Like, I want people who like what I like, live this lifestyle I live, and on the same type of time and I'm on, to shop with me and be a part of this movement of Fruitful Nation. I'm very into kind of a lot of vintage stuff. I love black letter calligraphy, as you guys know. I'm doing a series, of course, like I said before, on learning black letter, but I just found like a new design language for myself as a designer, and I'm tapping into it and creating in my own lane. And you guys will see it as we put new products, new visuals out. I'm gonna put some visuals up right now that I've designed, like little posters. Boom. Raw and organic, off the comb, A Fruitful Nation 2026. Now, when you guys are gonna see a lot of, like, just like how I told y'all gonna see a lot of John 15:5, you're also gonna see a lot of raw and organic, off the comb. What does raw and organic mean? Raw and organic, like, for example, I got a design called, I got a t-shirt design called Non-GMO Ideas. And just organic ideas, not original, because you know, when I make these videos, like, you guys are gonna see when I start doing more topic videos, like I did the last one, the gift of pain, turning your pain into art, whatever. I'll leave that up here so y'all can watch that. But yeah, so when I'm saying organic, I'm talking about ideas that literally inspired you. Organic, not biting off this person. I think it's cool because he thinks it's cool, so now I think it's cool. No, think for yourself. That's what I mean by raw and organic. Raw and organic, not, you know, not if you inspired off of something and it inspired you to do something and you make it your own, cool, that's raw, that's organic. But you copying, biting off of somebody else's swag, biting off somebody else's idea, not being yourself, that's not raw, that's not organic. Be yourself as a creative. When you see off the comb, or when I say straight off the comb or off the comb, raw and organic, off the comb, just off of, like, really kind of a play off the dome. That's how I really came up with it, because just like raw and organic ideas straight off the dome, raw and organic straight off the comb, because of, you know, honeycomb being a raw and natural, you know, raw, natural, organic honey. And you guys will see a lot of honey and bees, and just like you guys will see other, like, fruits and vegetables within, like a play on into fruit and vegetables, if you get what I'm saying. Like, there will be colorways off of fruits and vegetables. There will be in produce, raw organic produce. You guys will see the design language of how we push out these pieces. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna design a shirt that got a big ass grape on it or anything like that, but you guys will see the visual identity and the design language and everything come together for this brand, and you guys will get A Fruitful Nation. Like, it literally all ties in together who I am. I'm super proud of this upcoming brand that I got dropping in 2026, man. I'm really, really blessed and proud that God has gifted me a brand that I can get behind fully and just be myself with. You know, for the ones who don't know, I did run a brand called Alessio Atlanta, and at that time I felt like I did like Alessio, but I knew Alessio wasn't fully me, if that makes sense. Alessio was rushed. This is just me being fully transparent. Alessio was rushed. 100% Alessio was rushed. And even though, like, I see people today still hit me and be like, bro, what happened to Alessio? Like, people genuinely loved it. And that's because, like, bro, I don't want to toot my own horn, but that's because, like, I really do this design stuff. Like, I design for real. Like, you guys could check my portfolio of, like, you know, just some graphics I've done, but I really am a designer, and now it's just all about showing y'all what I can do fully when an idea is mine. See, what I did with Alessio Atlanta, it wasn't raw, it wasn't organic, I didn't know who I was as an artist, you know what I'm saying? I was low-key following a wave, but still kind of implement certain things of me. I didn't know really Alessio Atlanta really didn't have no brand identity or didn't have no purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had like a cliche little saying called "the star is the limit," and I stood behind that because I'm down for anybody chasing their dreams. Still, this brand is about chasing your dreams, get up and create, but it's a deeper purpose. I feel like, yeah, I'm just thankful God gave me an opportunity to get back in this bag of designing for real, creating a new brand and just sticking to it, staying down. I'm 27, the time is now. I've learned a lot in my 20s, and I'm just trying to, you know, pick up the pieces of where I left off from my last clothing brand. Like, since 2021, after 2021, I didn't really release nothing else. So from like 2022 to now, I haven't put out clothes, but I've been designing for other brands here and there, doing freelance graphic design work, doing concept pieces, you know, stuff like that. I just had to figure stuff out and realize, like, my passion is running a brand, running an idea. My goal with this, with a Fruitful Nation, is to take it as far as I can, like on a supreme level. And, you know, I don't know, who knows one day if I sell it, you know what I'm saying? Who knows if I sell it and then pick up another brand and then pick up another brand. Like, that's the type of, like, I'm really here to, like, push ideas, literally push ideas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so welcome. That's what a Fruitful Nation, how Fruitful Nation came about, how my brand came about, what it's about. And it's just now showing y'all the process of a fruitful nation, living a fruitful life. That's what I want everybody to live in, a fruitful life. Go out and create something. I don't care what it is. I don't care what type of business you putting out, whatever. Like, you could be beekeeper and you pumping out the freshest, rawest honey. Like, I don't care if you selling 50,000 loads of honey. Do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, create, get up and create something. So yeah, I just want to give y'all a little brief on what to expect, what to know, what to understand, what to expect of a Fruitful Nation. Right now, I'm working on my logos. Like I said, very much into black letter, calligraphy, and calligraphy in general. Y'all gonna see like black letter calligraphy, copper plate calligraphy. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot of like flourishes. Like y'all gonna, when you see it, you understand. I ain't gotta say too much, speak too much. But yeah, so right now, I have one logo done with a Fruitful Nation. It's a flag logo. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it as of right now, because I'm still basically putting elements together. But one thing I realized, I gotta get these logos done to really put the pieces together. So right now I'm working on a monogram logo with this font that I got from Adobe. If you guys don't know, you can use Adobe fonts for your brand and commercial licensings and all the other stuff. And I'm trying to create a monogram logo out of this. So right now I'm finna learn how to make monogram. I know how to do logos, but I never really learned how to do a monogram logo, if you get what I'm saying. Finna watch this logo design, monogram logo design, quick little course. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I'm about to do this logo. I got the logo printed out, and I'm gonna use a light box to like trace, manipulate, because what I want to do is I want to create a monogram logo, but I want to implement the honeycomb some way, somehow. Like I said, the honeycomb is probably gonna be like my main staple of the brand. You know what I'm saying? That raw and it's a cool symbol, raw and organic, but it is other produce involved. Like, I want people to know, like, oh yeah, that's a Fruitful Nation. But when y'all see like the collections and all this other stuff, y'all gonna see like, oh, like, y'all gonna see, bro. Like, it ain't too much I can really, if you get it, you get it, you know. But out of like all like the organic produce, out of like, you know, fruit, vegetables, whatever, out of all the organic stuff, I really love honey. Honey is, y'all need to watch this documentary about honey. Honey is a gold mine. Okay, honey industry is insane. It's a documentary, I believe, on YouTube. No, on Netflix, and I believe it's called Rotten. It's either Rotten or some other food thing, and they go in about honey, the industry of honey, and how like people be like stealing bees. Like, it's so crazy. The honey industry is so crazy. Yeah, so that's like one of the organic, you know, products that I naturally gravitated to. At first, I was going on like mangoes. I'm like, oh yeah, mangoes, I fuck mangoes. But honey is just, once when I started doing research about honey, I'm like, dang, like honey is a raw product. Like, literally, it's raw. Like, it's fire. Like, and just how the bees are. Like, that's what I'm telling y'all. Like, I really got into this by doing research on, you know, how growing whole foods and growing organic foods in your backyard, and fall in love with that process, relating it to my creative process. And I'm like, well, if I could relate this to mine, I know I could relate it to others. And then getting into other stuff, like looking into research of honey, kale, spinach, you know, all this stuff, man. And it's all gonna tie in, and y'all gonna see, like, I got colorways named after, you know, I got a baby spinach colorway of a boot that I'm designing. Once everything come together, man, like, y'all really gonna see, like, just remember where you were when this video came out. Day one, ground zero of Fruitful Nation, you know. I'm gonna get into this quick course, man. I hope you guys understood. If you don't understand, just join so you can get to some understanding. Hit that subscribe button, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, y'all comment. Let's get it.